Well, hopefully the food coma has passed. Thank you to ASOTU for having us. Listen, this is show and tell. So I'm going to show what we do, what we built, and then I'll tell you how we built it, because I think that's more fun and educational. So a lot of the presentations, majority of them have been focused on AI technology that kind of handles tasks, right? Takes things off the plate of your salespeople, your service people. But what about the people, right? What about the people? Our philosophy and belief is that the human is the most important link in the chain, oftentimes the weakest. How can AI be used to improve them? So just real quick, the two challenges that we address. Challenge number one, when a lead comes into your stores, you have no clue who that person is. You don't know if they're 22 or 62. You don't know if they're at 810 or 610. You don't know if they're going to buy in 5 days or 50 days. You have no clue, really. Now, if they're in your CRM or your DMS, sure. But about 80% of leads are leads that you've never seen before. You don't know that person there. Challenge number two. The outreach to those leads, therefore, oftentimes are very generic. Your salespeople aren't motivated or empowered to be successful. Hey, Jay, yes, the RAV4 is here on the lot. When can you come in for a test drive? Not super compelling. So with those two challenges in mind, we've effectively created solutions. One is called Signal, one is called Wingman. And this is like no secret. I encourage everyone to do this. But we basically did partnerships with every credit bureau, credit card company, major retailers, government agencies, insurance companies, where, and this is what's a little more proprietary, in less than 2 seconds, when a lead gets into your CRM and we get that lead, in less than 2 seconds, we can pull the entire consumer history of that person, address, where they live, phone numbers, emails, credit score, income. We even know what political party they might be registered to. We know their commute times. We know if they have children. We know their jobs. We know all that information. We even know the relationship with their mothers. We know all that information. And we then utilize that to generate a psychological buying profile. As unique as y'all think you are, we can all more or less be categorized and patterned in the same types of groups of people, right? If I ask you to imagine what is a typical Subaru driver like, you could probably guess. And so what we do is we generate a psychological buying profile of every lead that comes in with all that information. But even with all that information, my challenge or question to you all is, even if your sales folks had that information, would they read that? Would they use that? And would they know how to use that? So that's where Wingman comes in. And just for fun, we actually have a volunteer. So Emer is going to come up here from Flex Dealer. And we're going to do a call. And so what Wingman does is basically generate a real-time AI-generated teleprompter. And actually, let me see if I can find you. So Emer's going to pretend he's Adrian. So let's just, it's a little pixelated, but let's just say. So what happens is, lead comes into CRM, salesperson clicks on that link that we generate for them. It's in the CRM, and they open up Wingman in a new tab. Let's look at Adrian's psychological profile here. Adrian is a busy professional, active outdoorsman, because we know where he spends his credit cards and we know what he buys, literally down to what's in his basket. Active outdoorsman, balanced executive lifestyle with hands-on weekend DIY projects. Amazon-centric value buyer, so we know he's looking for deals. We know where he shops. We know his income. His credit score, I think, is between 650 and 699. So what's the connection strategy? Sales are done through relationships, building a human connection, right? That's something that obviously a lot of AI agents can't do. How do you build a human connection? Well, we're going to respect his time by being concise, offering an executive-level experience. Let's connect on his weekend plans. I know he's a golfer. I know he likes home improvement. Now, am I going to say that to him up front? No, because he's going to be like, that sounds really creepy. How do you know that? But I know it ahead of time as a salesperson. So what are his top selling points? Well, he's interested in a Santa Fe, lift gates, great for his DIY home projects, premium, leisure ready, spacious interior, executive value. It's a great value between comfort, features, and price. What do we know his objections are going to be? So we've mapped thousands of concerns and objections to every psychological profile, right? So we can predict that. Again, we're not that special. I mean, we're special, but we're not that special. So we know kind of what those will be. And then the question sequence. creating that connection is so critical. That's where people want to buy from people that they know. What's the sequence of that? Well, let's get to know him, okay? Let's talk about how a car activates that lifestyle that he's interested in. Let's talk about how the Santa Fe in particular does that really well, okay? And then let's get him in for an appointment. Because whether he's 5 days out or 50 days out, we need him to come into the dealership, but we're going to do it in different ways. What are the ways that we're going to point the button? What do we want to avoid? Okay? Now, again, we pre-populate and pre-generate the email, the text. It can all be sent and done automatically from Wingman. And if you noticed, all the content we make is specific to his situation. Okay? So a SpyFi customer is going to get an email or text that's going to be different, right? Because that person can't make a mistake. God forbid the car that they buy breaks down. They don't have the income to deal with that repair. Versus an affluent shopper, right? They're going to want a VIP experience. They're going to want white glove treatment. They're going to want to know that this car fits their lifestyle. We even have a persona that we call Henry's, which is some people heard it. It's high earner, not rich yet, right? So you want to talk to a Henry differently than you talk to someone else. We know all of that. So we're going to do a test call. So Emer is going to pretend to be Adrian. We'll do a quick call. You'll see how the actual teleprompter works. Let me get my phone here. So let's see how this works technically with all the mics. But here, let's see. Okay, so we're going to go to call. I'm going to zoom out here. We're going to launch this call. So hopefully there won't be an echo, but my phone's going to ring here. And okay, here we go. Here, let's see what this.
You do the lead. Your AI co-pilot is listening and will provide suggestions.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, this is Jay. I'm your car gurus advisor at Stevenson's Auto. I'm calling about that 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe SEL. Is this Adrian?
Yep, this is him.
Hey, Adrian, great. I wanted to see if you had any questions about that Hyundai Santa Fe, or was there a particular feature that might have caught your eye about it?
Hey, I don't got that much time, but we got to be really quick. Yeah, I like it because I'm kind of outdoorsy, so I need something to be able to take out with my family.
Okay, wonderful. No, that's great. So listen, I know you're super busy, so I want to be quick. The Santa Fe is actually perfect for that because the new liftgate is extra wide. It makes it easy to load up camping gear or maybe golf clubs if you play golf. But hey, listen, between your outdoor trips and maybe some weekend DIY projects, what do you usually find yourself hauling the most?
Actually, right now we're working on the backyard, and I just bought a lawnmower, so I need something to haul my lawnmower.
Okay, no, that's great. Yeah, I totally hear you. The Santa Fe's cargo opening is 50 inches wide, so it's designed specifically for large gear like lawnmowers. And just so you know, the flat folding seats creates a massive level floor, so that's going to prevent your equipment from tipping or sliding during transport, because obviously it's something that I deal with when I haul that stuff in my car too. And look, I want you to know that this comes with heavy-duty floor materials, and so those are built to handle the wear and tear of backyard projects and landscaping equipment. But look, I know your time is tight. Would you want to swing by maybe this Thursday evening to see if your mower fits?
I'm not sure yet, but really quick, I have 3 girls, and they typically come with me to do these projects. Will they be able to fit there and my lawnmower? Will we take off everyone together?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Listen, with 3 rows of seatings, the girls will have plenty of room in the back. Though with the lawnmower in the trunk, you'd likely have the 3rd row folded down to make that 50-inch opening work for you. By the way, are your girls still in car seats? Or are they old enough where they're just looking for leg room and USB ports for their tablets?
No, they're old enough. They're all teenagers. But really fast, hey, but I've always driven Honda. So I love a Honda Pilot. It's something I've used pretty much as an adult. So this is kind of new to me. It's the first time I'm looking outside of that brand. So what would you say? What's the comparison?
No, that's great. Yeah. So listen, with 3 teenagers, legroom is definitely going to be a priority. So the Pilot is a great vehicle, but this new Santa Fe is really built for like an adventure lifestyle, though kind of the one that you mentioned. So compared to the Pilot, you're going to get a much more aggressive, boxy design that actually gives you a wider cargo opening for things like your mower. But the interior tech is going to feel like a massive jump forward. Look, by the way, since you're used to that Honda reliability, will it be helpful if I sent you over the breakdown of Hyundai's 10-year powertrain warranty so you can see how it stacks up for the long haul?
Yeah, that actually would be good.
Excellent. Great. I can definitely get that over to you. And in that regard, you're going to be shocked at how the Hyundai covers the powertrain for 10 years and 100,000 miles. That usually wins over even the most loyal Honda drivers. By the way, are you planning on trading in your current Pilot, or are you looking to add the Santa Fe as an extra vehicle for the family?
I would actually, it's paid off, so I'd like to trade it in.
What? Well, I guess we could keep going, but I also want to be mindful of time. Anyway, we'll end the call. Yeah. Okay. So I promise I kind of show or tell you a little bit about how we do it. So, and you're going to see this is going to generate the full summary and everything. But the point is, humans are still critical in the sales process, right? How do you make them as good as possible? How do you make them an expert in your product? How do you make them expert in all that stuff? And so basically, this is what we're done with Wingman. And so the couple of things that I'll say, just in terms of talking about how it works. So the way that we've constructed this is that essentially every call, because I think a lot of these technologies talk about a single agent or this, but every call, we effectively have 4 agents on the call. We have 1 agent that's listening to the customer. We have 1 agent that's listening to the salesperson. I think someone previously talked about the distinguishing of the voices. We have 1 agent that effectively is constantly feeding in the signal data about that individual, because what you didn't see in that signal data is that in real time, we've built a DISC assessment of the person. How many here have done a DISC personality test? Yeah? Okay. Again, if you look at DISC scores, there's scatter plots of patterns around how people communicate. So when we know that demographic, psychographic information about you, we then categorize you into a DISC score. So I think that if to the degree you can train your salespeople or anyone in the dealership about DISC and things like that, it's super effective for communication styles. And the last thing I'll say is essentially from a data perspective, sorry, I'm getting super technical with some of these.
It's all good. Technical's good. We can handle it.
Okay. But I'll just say, so what we've done is basically, and again, like I said, the data is out there. Anyone can buy the data. I'm not going to stand up here and bullshit you saying that we have proprietary data. You can buy the data. The question is ultimately, how do you train and utilize AI to generate knowledge and information about the people in your CRM or the new leads you're getting? Anyways, I wish I had more time. But this is, yeah.
You're going to be here for a while. You're going to be here for a while.
Right, that's right.
Let's hear it for HeyGreenlight. Okay, we have questions. We probably have some questions. I have a question.
Yes.
Do you offer this service for parent to teenager conversations?
I actually asked our CTO to make a version for me to talk to my wife because
that could work too. That could work too.
Yeah.
You could just review the data set.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not as complicated as it seems, probably. But I don't know you and your marriage, so. Okay, it's a marriage seminar now. All right, questions. Do you have a similar application for service?
Yes. So this works across all dealerships. So what you saw obviously for variable, but we have our fixed, we have it for F&I, we have it for acquisitions, right? So on the service side, you have to call a customer and be like, hey, listen, like the part's not here, we got to keep your car longer. Like that might be a tough conversation. Literally, we have a version where you just type in the objective, you pick the department, type in the objective, you can put in the person's information, it'll pull the signal data less than 2 seconds, give you the whole person's profile, including communication style. Listen, if you're calling someone who's high D, high dominance on DISC, you got to talk to that person so differently than someone who's high I or high influence, right? So we're able to do that. So across the board, yes.
Okay. Does your agent platform support tool calls and/or RAG integrations against dealership data?
Yes, it does. So full integration across basically pretty much all of the systems. And the beauty of it is in terms of just other AI platforms or other things like that. This is not specific to any particular dealer or platform, whatever. Like we even have lead providers where like, can I just send my lead into a dealer with a link to Wingman or with signal data? So absolutely. So the signal data can plug into your AI and your AI can utilize it to better address or deal with the customer. Yeah.
Very good. I think that's the last one for now. Let's hear for Jay
Awesome.
and HeyGreenlight.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.